You've heard of unconditional love, but have you heard of the secret to unconditional happiness and allowing more into your life? More wealth, more success, and more love. More freedom in your life right now. Welcome to the Happy Bar with Israel Savage.
I just love, I don't know, this really resonated, soothing, comforting, focusing on relief from a bad feeling place. It's just simple and yeah, it's simple.
It's simple. And I also want to point out that had we not had someone come in, tell a not good feeling story, we couldn't have heard the solution, the concept of soothing. You see how both of those are needed, right? We have to experience things we don't want to clarify what we do want. You have to ask in order to receive the answer, and you have to have the problem in order to have a solution, that gratifying feeling of the solution. And the second that you're able to articulate a question, that the second that you are able to experience or be conscious of a problem, 100 solutions exist, have already taken shape. You can't have the problem without the solution already being present. You just have to line up with the solution, right? So it's such a wonderful thing about the universe and how it works. All right, great.
I really, I said this before, but I definitely resonated with the enjoying the uncharted territory, the messiness and all of that stuff, because I am a type A perfectionist kind of person, and I don't often realize that I am in this for growth and the personal growth or professional growth. And
may I just interject right there for just a second? Nothing wrong with telling the story of being a perfectionist if it feels good, right? Because I could say I'm a perfectionist and I like the way that feels, because that means to me that I really like quality and I like the process of perfecting, refining. Or I could tell the story of I'm a perfectionist and so nothing is ever good enough. And so I'm never good enough. Now, one of those feels good and one of them doesn't. And for me, the reason that I switched from practice makes perfect to practice makes progress is my thoughts about perfectionism were not good feeling thoughts for myself. And so I reframed it as practice makes progress, and it made all the difference. And so I want to offer that to you. Perfectionism isn't a bad thing or a good thing, but your personal ideas about perfectionism give it power. And what do you want to give power in your life? The good feeling things or the not so good feeling things. So I just wanted to massage that out just a little bit.
No, that hit it right on the head. And I'll definitely take into account what you just said. So thank you for that.
Yep. And also, again, there's no right or wrong way. And even if you continue to think of yourself as a perfectionist and use that, eventually the not good feeling thing around perfectionism would get so big that you would have to deal with it. And that's the cool thing about it. You just can't mess it up. You'll get there no matter what.
Yeah, I'd have to say just like what you said earlier about like make feeling good your top priority. And like when you're on stage or whatever, like that's your place to create your creativity, and don't be afraid to get messy with it.
Yeah, and I think it's good to remind ourselves and go easy on ourselves that nothing is once and for all. There's a constant state of tuning. I heard somebody once say that the best collaborations are the short collaborations, the collaborations that have a finish point, the short-term collaborations. In other words, it feels good to come together, but then we need to go off by ourselves and kind of recharge, right? And then come back together. And I feel that way after workshops. It felt great to do it, but then I need to go soothe myself and take care of myself. And then it feels great to come together. And so it's an ebb and flow, and whatever point we're in the process is just a part of the process. And I love that. I love the idea of embracing all of that.
The imagination aspect of it was just what you said about the imaginating aspect. I laughed because that thought is just such an inspiring thought, because it's imagining myself doing something that I want to be doing. In theory, I want to do it, and that's a whole different conversation, but I imagine myself physically doing it because I feel like I have a specific individuality to offer, in this ancient craft, and and imagination is the crux of what I want to do in general, and it's so cool how that also goes hand in hand in what I want to do with my life for a living, what I am doing, and just falling in the trap of, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, or I have to do this before I can do, what I want to do. That trap, I have to stop opening the doors for that. And so just that word imagination really put everything into perspective, which was
Yeah, it truly does. It's all about imagination. Money is imagination. Money does not exist. It's symbolic. Our way of being in the world is all about imagination. And by imagination, mean it's our thoughts about it. It's the meaning we bring to it. And that truly is all we ever had and all we ever need. The meaning we bring to every concept, every situation defines our experience. Has anybody ever heard that quote from Einstein? Imagination is just a preview of life's coming attractions. Have you heard that before?
wow, that's fantastic.
Imagination is just a preview of life's coming attractions. And that really is at the heart of what we're doing here, right? We're feeling, it's an emotional imagining. We're feeling as if we have the thing before we have the thing. And if the visuals, adding visuals to that, help you feel as if you have the thing before you have the thing, then again, it's just a preview of what has to come, what's inevitable. All right. Thank you, Albert Einstein. If you liked what you just heard, then take inspired action now. That's right, act while you are feeling good. And build on your momentum. Schedule your free discovery call with me at instudios-nyc.com/happy bar.